Hey guys, how's it going? T-Cat Nelson here, and today we're going to talk about things you can do on a wooden dummy if you don't have a wooden dummy. On a wooden dummy if you don't have a wooden dummy. So we're going to show you some stuff at home that you can take to put together. We're going to use a recycling bin, we're going to use a chair, we're going to use a couple weights, and that's all you're going to need to make your own homemade dummy, or at least a training tool that allows you to approximate some of the things that a wooden dummy allows us to do. And we'll take a look at things you can do with this to practice your Panantukan, your Wing Chun, your Jun Fine, your JKD, any of the trapping that you do in your training. You're going to be able to get some of this at home when you don't have a training partner and you don't have an actual wooden dummy. Okay, so just to give you an idea, all I've done is I've taken a basic recycling bin, which most people have. I've taken a folding chair, which most people have a chair somewhere. And I've taken some weights. In this case, I've taken just a simple 20-pound dumbbell here. And I've also taken, if you look inside, a 20-pound kettlebell here on both sides of the chair just to help secure it, to keep it from moving around on us. And this is going to serve as your wooden dummy. So let's talk about a few things you can do with this just so that you understand it as we move forward. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that when it comes to your chair dummy, that this is not the most secure, sturdy thing in the world. So we're not going to be slamming around on this. We're just going to use this for reference point in space to be able to move, right? So using a chair leg, whether you're using both legs and going back and forth, or you're just using one leg to kind of mark the center line for you, gives you a reference point in space to move. So we're going to be able to do all of our movements through this. We're going to be able to do, our horizontal guntings, our vertical guntings, our split entries, all of our trapping can be put in here. All these motions that we do can be put into the chair work. We just can't slam on it really hard unless you secure yours really well. So you're going to see me kind of going light and moving around the chair. Because I don't want to damage anything, right? Because as soon as we destroy our training equipment, we're no longer able to train. As soon as we hurt ourselves, we're no longer able to train. So we still want to make sure that we have safety in mind as we do our training. So let's move on with the series. Okay, so for this first video, what we're going to take a look at is we're going to look at Pak-Da and Lap-Da, or being able to strike on a Pak-Sao, being able to strike on a Lap-Sao. So this isn't really designed necessarily to teach you exactly what those things are, so much as like take a knowledge base that you already have and build on top of that with some home training equipment, okay? So just as a quick review, so we're talking about, so you understand what we're talking about, if we look at a high reference point, if we say Pak-Sao or Pak-Da, meaning I'm striking, or I'm using my Pak-Sao, and I'm hitting at the same time. Whether this shot is going to be a fist, whether this shot is an eye jab, whether it's a palm heel, doesn't really matter. The idea is that we're pocking to remove the barrier and we're putting our shot forward, okay, simultaneously. Also with this, we're going to look at the Lap-Sao. And with the Lap-Sao, this is when we're just pulling to go directly in, just pulling, right? And whether that pull is the finger jab to the eye, whether it's the punch to the face, whether it's the palm to the nose, right? So we're going to look at two. We're going to look at Pak-Da, and we're going to look at Lap-Da. So let's see how we can do them on our dummy, and let's see how we can do them on our home dummy. Okay, let's take a look at the Pak-Da or Pak-Sao off your wooden dummy to start. Just nice and easy way to train so we can directly translate to your home equipment. This isn't about how to do it on the dummy. We just want a translation motion, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to raise my hand, and when my hand touches the dummy motion, or the dummy arm, I'm simply going to pock and just come straight forward with that shot. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. Essentially establish a high reference point and then pock. So as soon as I feel this resistance on my arm, it's just going to trigger my other hand to go. Okay? Nice and easy. And I can do this on the other side where I raise and I pock. Raise and pock. Raise and pock. Raise and pock. Now you don't have to do this side to side if you don't want to. I'm just showing you that you can. But you can isolate one side and go to the other. And I just use this as my center. Get just over to the side and raise my arms. Just like this. And when I make that contact, boom, that's my Pak-Sao or my Pak-Da because I'm attacking with it. Now let's show you how you can do that on your home equipment. All right, here we are on our home training equipment. Like we said, it's nothing fancy. It's a recycling bin. It's chair turned over, couple weights to hold it down, we're ready to go. Nothing super fancy here, literally just in my driveway. Now granted, it's not gonna do all the things you need it to do, but it's gonna get you through for a while. All right, so when I'm gonna do this, one of the first things I wanna do is just pick an arm. I'm gonna have that pick my center, and I'm gonna move just over to the side of that. So when I raise my hands up, one arm touches, right? And when it touches, I'm just going to use that touch as my reference point and as that motion to recognize a problem or danger. And then from there, I'm just going to pock over top, right? So I come up, I touch, pock da. Come up, touch, pock da. Touch, pock da, touch, pock da. So when my arm touches, I go, okay? Boom. Boom. Or you could start high reference point and just practice it from here, but I like to get that feel of like that touch and go, so I get that tactile response going on. And this is just a quick way you can start to warm up those Pak-Saos and get your body moving. Well, now that you understand that, let's take a look at how we can do that same thing with our Lap-Sao, or Lap-Da, meaning we're lopping and striking, right? So it's the same idea. This is gonna come up, this is gonna make the contact, and I'm just gonna pull back. I'm gonna get a hold for that, for my lop as I strike, okay? So this, I come up and I strike. You'll notice that I put a little turn in with that so I can get that pull. High reference point, lop. As soon as I feel that contact, I switch, okay? Same here, feel the contact, lop. Feel the contact, lop. Feel it, lop. Feel it, lop. Feel it, lop. Let's take a look at how we can do that on our home equipment. All right, let's take a look at the Lap-Sao now and see how it translates from our dummy to our home equipment. So it's gonna be the same idea, right? This just acts like our dummy arm. So we come up here, as soon as we touch, we use that to make our pull, right? And we lop da. We come up, makes our pull, we lop da. As soon as I touch, I lop, I touch, I lop. Now, I could pull this chair right off here if I wanted to. So I've gotta be careful with this, right? I'm just developing the pathway right now, not the feel, not the pressure, right? Just that pathway. So just comes up and pull and hit. Come up, pull and hit. Come up, pull and hit. Come up, pull and hit. And that's just a couple quick exercises you can do using something as simple as a chair tipped over.